Today we are going to talk about top 10 luxurious SUVs. Before starting this video, subscribe to our channel. Luxury SUVs have come a chief of ultra-expensive automakers lineups, with at least one from every major player, and each account for a healthy knob of its manufacturers' global gains. Here are the top 10 luxurious SUVs in the world. Number 10. Mercedes-Benz G-Class. Mercedes' top-of-the-line SUV, the reimagined G-Class, is a precious purchase, indeed judged among the not affordable company among which it's mixing them. And yet, for its bodily enigmatic design appeal, its exacting off-road capability, and its new and advanced credentials as a luxury vehicle, you could fluidly decide that a near £000 sum would be worth paying. Few SUVs have as important naked Tonka toy curbside appeal as this bone. Mercedes' rearmost update for the Auto kept true to the Auto's set square aesthetic and stirred in some awful design details, but completely caught the Auto's lattice, suspense and innards, to the point where being G-Wagon possessors would honor the running mores, refinement and quality fittings of the new bone. Number 9. Range Rover Velar. The Range Rover Velar is Land Rover's most road-poison SUV yet, with aesthetics taken straight from those of the conception Auto, innards that puts utmost others to shame with its uproarious in both accoutrements and technology, and a model platform acclimated from one primarily developed for its group mate brand Jaguar. On the road, it's every bit as good to drive as it's to simply respect, with lift, refinement, performance, and handling perfection every bit as good as any Auto in the class, handed you don't scrimp on cylinder count when you specify your Auto. Four-cylinder machines are important poorer than the sixes, although we yet to try the new P400e draw and cold-blooded interpretation of the Auto. Number 8. Volvo XC90. Volvo's renaissance following Ford power started with the XC90, a genuine 7-seater with comfort and handling on its side, a decent range of machines including a T8 401 brake horsepower draw in mongrel, as well as in cornucopia of style. It's another Auto that sits directly in the middle of the luxury SUV price diapason. The interior features a blend of luxury touches and not-so-luxuriant plastics in places, while less-than-perfect machine refinement and infotainment usability niggles ensure the XC90 stops just short of greatness. Nevertheless, Volvo made worthwhile advancements to the Auto's machine range when it replaced the D5 diesel with a new mild mongrel B5 option in 2019. Number 7. Mercedes-Benz GLE. Mercedes-Benz has redoubled its commitment to the luxury SUV request by investing in a new vehicle platform, and by making the first model to use it, the fourth-generation GLE, forerunners of which used to be known as the ML class, a bit of a technological colonist. Having grown in size vastly compared with the old GLE, the new bone has a more rigid mixed-essence body structure, too. It offers vastly further space for alternate and third-row passengers than its precursor, and what Mercedes bills as a markedly more upscale luxury air in all seats. Number 6. BMW X5. The fourth generation of Munich's full-sized luxury 4x4 signals a growing and broadening of the X5's character description, but not a non-commercial change of it. 20 times agone, when BMW revolutionized and revitalized this part of the luxury Auto request with the original X5, it hit on a forcefully charming conception that of the sporting SUV with as important space, versatility and 4x4 capability as numerous demanded, but not enough to dull its dynamic edge. Moment, the G05 generation X5 still represents that idealization positioning. So, you have made it so far. If you find this video informative, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Number 5. Audi Q7. The Q7 is a desirable, polished SUV with a real air of accomplishment. Huge outside, with high-quality accoutrements and a veritably high position of refinement and mechanical insulation, it may be the personification of everything you want in an ultra-modern upscale family Auto, particularly if you consider buses like this the ultra-modern incarnation of luxury in automotive form. The downsides? In typical Audi fashion, the Q7 feels relatively remote to drive, handles in grippy and effective but involving fashion, and is a little short on the seductiveness that other buses in this class have in cornucopia. Number 4. Porsche Cayenne. The auto that saved Porsche entered its third model generation in 2018 and, in doing so, eased out its VW Group platform chum, the Audi Q7, for a place at the sharp end of this class ranking. The rearmost Cayenne isn't quite the motorist's auto we've all come to know, and that numerous of us came to begrudgingly respect after taking so forcefully against what the auto sounded to represent in its first replication back in 2002. Because Porsche is still Porsche, it still makes the veritably stylish sports buses in the world, thanks in no small part to a business that's now erected on the marketable bedrock of luxury SUVs. Number 3. Land Rover Discovery. The alternate tribune for Land Rover in the luxury SUV member is delivered by a auto whose character differs starkly from that of the Autoover, but may be all the more charming to you for its relative lack of manhood, the 5th generation Land Rover Discovery. It's an auto of controversial but rugged styling, without road capability that many in the class could beat, and with a brief to give functional, understated, comfortable luxury and versatility on the road, and that succeeds at that task with likable ease. 7 usable seats are outside, and when you read driving you'll have a great time because this is as comfortable a sport fisherman as numerous traditional, taproom-shaped luxury cars. Number 2. Audi e-tron Quattro. The pace of development of the luxury electric auto is commodity to behold right now. 5 times agone, and each electric option would slightly have hovered to get to the top of this list, but moment the essential rates of galvanized propulsion are really being brought to bear by the veritably stylish luxury EVs on the request, and there can be no doubt that the Audi e-tron Quattro is one of them. If you want luxury, perceived quality, comfort and refinement from a big SUV in 2020, the e-tron simply demands to be considered, and just so, honestly, whether you intended to buy an electric auto or not. Number 1. Range Rover Sport. An adding number of Range Rover ingrained derivations have turned what used to be one auto into a family of Land Rover models, but the Range Rover Sport might be the most important auto in that new family as well as the most astronomically talented and able. It's not relatively as large or as commodious as its bigger stock the Range Rover and isn't the lightest auto of its kind, but the Range Rover Sport further than makes up for it with its remarkable breadth of gift. The auto's canon of rates is clearly one for which Land Rover charges a tidy decoration, indeed over prices typical of this rarefied class, although Land Rover softens the blow for some with the Range Rover Sport's mid-range P400e draw in mongrel powertrain, which should bring down costs of power significantly for line motorists. This concludes today's video. We really want you to like our video. Leave your feedback in the box below. Please subscribe to our channel and make sure you click the bell symbol.